I've been following Johnny Depp for quite a while, and one thing that's still up in the air is what's going to happen with Pirates 6. Now, there's two ways to look at it here. One is about numbers and money, and one is about how you feel about it and who makes the best actor for the job, which is obviously Johnny. But the thing is, since Barbie came out, I've heard it did world records, it did phenomenal. I don't think Disney would be too scared to put Margot Robbie in that position now. Maybe 5 years ago or 6 years ago, when this didn't happen, it doesn't make much sense. She was in Suicide Squad or whatever, just some mediocre movies. But now, what Disney's going to be thinking is, well, we've got a fresh audience here for a movie that made $1 billion. There's going to be people obviously upset Johnny's not in Pirates, but it won't matter because the new fans are going to drown their voices out. And to be totally honest, that's a possibility. I don't want that to happen. I think no Johnny, no Pirates, just like everybody. But if I was a cold-hearted business person that just didn't care whatsoever, that's what I'd be thinking. This here is from DizDining.com, and it says, will Margot Robbie force Johnny Depp out? Barbie movie's success could change things for Pirates of the Caribbean 6 from August 28th, 2023. When I first saw this, I was like, still not really. But on critical thought, and when you see the numbers, yeah, it's possible. Now, don't misunderstand. I'm totally on your side if you're saying no Johnny, no Pirates. I 100% agree. But sometimes you got to step away from your opinion and your feelings and just look at it as a business, which is what Disney's doing. And also, in this day and age, we've got some people who don't like Johnny because Johnny is a certain type of person, being a man. And there are people working for Disney, inside Disney, writers, the same people who wrote Star Wars and now Indiana Jones, who are thinking, yeah, this would be perfect. Look at that. We got rid of Luke. We got rid of Indy. Now let's get rid of Jack Sparrow and the picture's complete. And those are the same people I've been talking about here for 4 years or more. I keep going back to the fact that this thing with Pirates is in a way like the Star Wars franchise. Different circumstances, but the fans can now kind of feel how it is when your hero gets just like taken out. So if they replaced Johnny with Robbie in a way as the lead, you could kind of accept Disney did it and understand why, but mark my words, there are going to be fans who love the decision. It'll be political for them. They'll be like, yay, a woman, not a man who's been there for so long and is beloved. And that's the problem I have when it gets political, and it will. It's happened with every franchise so far. This will be no different. Again, I'm not saying I want that. I'm not happy about it. I'm not going to watch it, obviously. I watch like a movie a year or something. Dune 2 is next in March. But the point is, that's going to be the reality. They say even without writer strikes, which are going on right now, I'm sure you heard the Hollywood writer strikes, is that the Pirates of the Caribbean's been stuck in muddy waters. Okay. Yeah, we've got no definitive news on it. Seems like they're just trying to figure out what to do. It's pretty easy, actually. I mean, the best thing to do, business-wise, which, by the way, isn't always what they do these days, is have Margot Robbie and Johnny. And, furthermore, don't make Johnny's character a drunk loser who can't do it anymore, and she needs to do it like every other franchise, right? Have him be strong, respected, a great captain, a hero, and then she comes in, if necessary. Better way to put it, he passes the torch. That would work. Instead of splitting the fan base and making Jack Sparrow die off screen or something. Which, you know what, they probably will do, judging by their track record. I'm not taking guesses here in the dark. I'm basing my opinion on what they've been doing. We had Ghostbusters 2016, all women, and Bill Murray jumps out a window. Now I know it wasn't his character, but symbolically, we've got Luke Skywalker, Hermit, Loser. He gets replaced. Indiana Jones, I haven't seen it, but I hear his new woman sidekick is fantastic and she's awesome, and Indy is this loser professor who's kind of depressed. So, judging by that pattern, we'd see a loser Jack Sparrow, washed up, can't do the job right, and Margot Robbie comes swooping in, and she's fantastic. Same pattern, kind of an easy prediction. Unless they do it right in this case, which is the doubt I have. Talk of whether Johnny Depp would be involved in another Pirates film is ongoing, and there never seems to be a real answer. Gotta agree, that's true. They say the fifth one was disappointing. Okay, it might have been. I honestly never saw it. But usually by part 5, it's hard to keep the consistency, and some things have, lost the same flair they once had. But that doesn't mean 6 can't be great after so much time has passed. They mention the trial. They do mention Johnny 1 without much detail. So okay, fair enough. They go on to say Margot Robbie's one of Hollywood's golden girls, being known for being very talented and so forth. Then they mention that Barbie was overwhelmingly successful and the highest grossing film of the year, which is true, which leads me back full circle to, well, if they look at it from a business point of view, don't worry about feelings, who's best, who's worst. That's not relevant to them. What they want is an audience who will buy tickets, and they see if they release Pirates like maybe a year or something after Barbie, then maybe that audience who loved Barbie, which I'm going to assume is pretty different than the audience who loves Johnny, will go and see it, and they might. They also say, as we know, Johnny is reluctant to return to the franchise. So all in all, I got to admit, they don't have a bad theory. If you look at it from the base level, very dry, mathematically, somebody who was in a movie that recently did over $1 billion, broke a lot of records, probably won't flop. It probably at least will be worth it. If it cost them $200 million to make or something, it'll probably get 6 or 7 pretty safely. I think that's pretty fair. Again, I gotta keep reminding people, I'm not someone rooting for this. I don't want it to happen. I would cancel the whole thing or put Johnny in, either or, whichever. But when I think about it honestly and critically, yeah, I could see it working. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Doing shout outs, special thanks, things like that. If you're not subscribed here, consider it. If you don't, I'll be real sad about it, but I'll get over it. Yeah, I use my hands a lot. See you next time.